Welcome to Good Morning Keys on Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5.
And good morning, Keys. It is Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, the talk of the Keys. Busy Friday morning already, the 26th of June. It's a little bit warm. We'll get your forecast here in just a bit. We're going to get right to our first guest. He is a very busy guy these days. Our friend David Sloan is with us. Good morning, David. How are you, sir?
Good morning, Michael. It's great to talk with you again.
Yeah, thanks so much for being here. Of course, you are a renowned author, and we'll talk about that again at a future date, but lots of people know you in terms of Robert Duvall, the Doll, Robert the Doll, and also a number of other, works that you've done throughout the Keys, including authoring. How many books now is it?
I think we're getting close to 30.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's a whole other subject to talk about. Let's talk about the Key Lime Festival, because you were co-founder of the Key Lime Festival. That's coming up, but this was partially your brainchild.
Yeah, Marky Pearson and I started it together, and it was actually Carol Shaughnessy who had the idea. I had come out with a key lime cookbook. I spent a lot of time trying to find out who Aunt Sally was, because they said she invented key lime pie, but she was kind of a mystery woman. So I did the cookbook. I was spending so much time, and then I was able to find out who she was with the help of my father. And then Carol Shaughnessy said, "Why don't you do a festival?"
Yeah.
And Marky was so great at doing festivals. So I asked him, I said, "You want to do this?" And we started doing it and became something so fun. And now Nadine and the team that We've Got the Keys, they run the festival. They own the festival, and it's become better than I ever could have imagined.
Yeah.
And I had big ideas for it. So it's really cool. It's one of my favorite times of year.
And you had this long fascination with the key lime pie, right? You had just mentioned that with the recipe and all of the background you looked into there.
Yeah, and I was a baker. One of my first jobs when I was like 15, I was a baker, and
Okay.
I had made a key lime pie. I was in Texas. I didn't think much about it, but it was one of those open kitchens, and everybody would watch you, and people on their lunch break, from work, they'd see me trying to make all the hamburger and hot dog buns and burning myself on the oven. And I had to keep this case stocked with cookies and pies.
Yeah.
And some lady told me, she goes, "Make key lime pie, it'll free up your oven."
Oh, no kidding.
And I was
Wow.
16. I didn't care. I disregarded her. I didn't think anything about it. But she had left a recipe, and I made a pie. Thought nothing of it.
Yeah.
But when I came to Key West in '96, I was looking for ghosts at the Curry Mansion.
Yeah.
And I see, they've got their little recipe cards, and it says, "This is the birthplace of key lime pie." And that kind of awoke the baker in me. I'm like, wait, I've made key lime pie.
Mm-hmm.
And their story was Aunt Sally, but nobody knew who she was.
Okay.
And I said, I'm going to find out.
Yeah.
And that just set me on this journey where I talked to so many people and heard their key lime stories. And it's more than just a dessert. It's something really special.
It really is. Well, the Key Lime Festival is happening next week, where citrus, creativity, and a little Key West chaos come together for 5 unforgettable days. Make that pie tasting, cocktail strolls, wild competitions, exquisite key lime cuisine. So really, this whole week revolves around the key lime and the key lime pie that you fell in love with and seemingly mastered as well. Mamea, did I say it right? And mimosas, talk about that, please.
Yeah. Mamey mojitos.
Okay.
So
that's it.
So Key Lime Festival starts on the 1st, but tonight at the Alex Vega Key West Firehouse Museum, we have our annual fundraiser. It's the Mamey and Mojitos Ice Cream Social.
Oh.
And it's really cool. We do mojitos with Key West First Legal Rum. We have the state champion Mamey tree growing in the yard here. It dates back to 1911. And every mamey tree that you find in the United States has the DNA of this tree.
No kidding.
My gosh. Brought over from Cuba. They say it was smuggled over in a lady's bra. But it's a really special tree. And the fruit is amazing. It makes great ice cream. So we're going to be serving that rare treat tonight.
With mojitos.
And that starts at 5:30. And Ernesto is going to be in town signing his new book. So it's going to be a fun event tonight, 5:30 to 7:30.
And again, give the location of that.
That's the Alex Vega Key West Firehouse Museum.
Which is
terrific. It's in Old Town, just down the street from Don's place, at the corner of Virginia and Grinnell.
Oh, yeah. And people can find you on most Fridays there. Is that right?
Yeah. Most
Yeah.
Fridays I volunteer here. I help Alex run the place.
Yeah.
It's a really cool museum, and it's free. We're doing free admission all summer long.
Oh, no kidding. That is phenomenal. Well, we are speaking with David Sloan, renowned author and co-founder of the Key Lime Festival, now run in conjunction with We've Got the Keys. Love and Limes. Experience pine tasting, cocktail crawls, competitions, zaniest events in Key West. Happens July 1st through July 5th. You can find out more KeyLimeFestival.com. Key Lime Kickoff Party and Spirit Pageant will be happening. The Pie Hop Wheeling and Dealing Hot Wheels race. That's a good one. Key Lime Trivia Night, Sip and Stroll. And of course, the famed pie eating contest. That'll be next weekend, I believe.
Yeah, that's going to be right on July 4th.
Mm-hmm.
The things, I mean, there's so much cool stuff going on. It's best for people to go look at the full schedule.
Yes.
Because there's too much for one person to do. So you got to pick your favorites. The things that I love, there's 2 ticketed events that usually sell out.
Yeah.
And one of them is the Key Lime Pie Hop, and that's taking place on July 2nd. And we've got a cool 250th theme going with that. And you know, it's going to explain why Key West is the most American pie there is.
Okay.
You know, everybody says apple pie, but that was made in Europe. So it's going to be fun. I'm going to be down at the final location, where they have there's 7 incredible key lime pies. So that's a cool event. It's $55. You get 7 different pies plus a T-shirt.
Okay, great. So you authored the Key West Key Lime Pie Cookbook, then, as you mentioned earlier.
Yes.
That was back in 2013, I think. Is that right?
I think that might be right. Yeah.
Yeah. So has anything changed? Have you modified anything that you first put in that cookbook since you've been so involved with the Key Lime Festival? And has it evolved, or is it all the same?
You know, the festival's totally evolved, and key lime pie is always evolving. When I did the book, I did 20 crusts, 20 fillings, 20 toppings, and 20 sauces.
Oh.
So you can make like 150,000 different types of key lime pie by mixing and matching those.
Really?
And it I also talk about the history, but it covers the traditional ones, and it also has some crazy ones, like a jalapeno key lime pie, bacon key lime pie, nut crust, cereal crusts. There's so much you can do with it. And, tradition is great. The earliest pies probably started on the water here with spongers, and then it went to land and evolved. And people love to argue about, whipped cream or what kind of topping you're actually going to have on it, whether the meringue is better, and then the different types of crust. But the thing is, what I've come to know is the key lime pie you grew up with is going to be your favorite.
Oh, yeah.
And I love that the chefs in Key West are experimental and trying different things, because food evolves. And to me, it's just getting better and better.
Yeah.
And people don't come to Key West now and have one slice of pie.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I think eat it at every meal. Share it.
Yeah.
Just share it. Try every slice.
Yeah.
And that's why the pie hop's cool too. You get to judge 7 of them and decide your favorite.
Oh, that's phenomenal. Again, it is the Key Lime Festival, Love and Limes. That is happening July 1st through July 5th throughout Key West. Find out more at KeyLimeFestival.com. We're with author David Sloan, co-founder of the Key Lime Festival. It's going to be a big week. And I didn't realize there were so many different varieties of key lime. I kind of have my go-to that I go to every time, but I think I have to venture out of my comfort zone a little bit.
What's your go-to? How do you like yours?
I just traditional, really, with some whipped cream on top, and just not too tart. I'm not a real tart guy, but it's amazing the varieties of tartness that people go with. Some are pretty pungent, some are hardly at all. I like just a little. How about you?
I love the tart.
Do you?
I love tasting the key lime.
Yeah.
And I think it's funny because if somebody says, "Where's the best key lime pie?"
Yeah.
Everybody always sends them to their friend's place or whatever place they like.
Yeah.
And best is very much subjective.
Yes.
So when somebody says, "What's your favorite key lime pie?" it should be, "Well, do you like sweet or tart?
Yeah.
Do you like graham cracker or pastry?
Yeah.
Do you like meringue?
Yes.
Do you like whipped cream?"
Yes.
Because there's so many choices. And what I found is with key lime pie, it's not so much about the pie as where you're eating it and the people you're with,
Hmm.
because that experience, you can go to anywhere in the world now and find key lime pie in the menu. And when you take a bite, it's going to take you back to that moment in Key West. So it's almost like a time machine
Yeah.
with key lime pie.
It's true. David Sloan, author and co-founder of the Key Lime Festival, which happens next week, the 1st through the 5th in Key West. And you can even I'll take a quick note to mention Mark House is selling key lime plants as well. You can take that home to remember next week for quite some time. So that's very cool with the Mark House. Anything else we should mention, David? I know you're very busy. I encourage all to go to, a number of different bookstores, pick up one of your many books, all of which are very entertaining and well written. You can get them on Amazon as well. And you can most likely see David throughout the Key Lime Festival next week.
Yeah. So one other ticketed event that normally sells out is the Sip and Stroll, where the different bars compete to make the best key lime drink. If you do that in the Pie Hop, it's almost like you're an honorary conch. But one thing where I'd love to see people, I'll be at the end of the Pie Hop, but on July 3rd,
yes,
at the Key West Firehouse Museum, we're doing a hot pie. It's a habanero key lime pie topped with a jalapeno. And it sounds like super hot, but it's really delicious.
Yeah.
And we're also going to be displaying my family's centennial flag.
Oh, cool.
Last time it was displayed was the bicentennial in '76. It's massive. It's 12 feet by 18 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been in the family since the centennial. And it's got some cool Key West connections and cool Firehouse connections. So July 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, that's going to be on full display. And then it won't be again probably for another 50 years.
Well, David, thank you so much for sharing your time with us and sharing so many stories throughout the years and keeping us up to date as to what's happening with the Key Lime Festival. Bigger and better than ever, July 1st through July 5th, in conjunction with We've Got the Keys and the Tourist Development Council. It happens next week. Go to keylimefestival.com for more. David, I will let you get to your other engagements. I appreciate you being here so very much. Look forward to seeing you again soon.
Michael. Thank you so much. Love and limes to you.
Yes, sir. To you as well. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye now. David Sloan with us from the Key Lime Festival, renowned author as well. KeyLimeFestival.com is where you find out more. This is Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, the Talk of the Keys. We return with more Good Morning Keys in a moment.
Let's talk trash. I'm Taylor Conrath, and my family's been taking care of your family's trash for years. In fact, we've operated Marathon Garbage Service and kept the Middle Keys clean since my great-grandpa, John Conrath, founded the company in 1950. That's a lot of years talking trash and hauling trash. And these days, we take care of your family's recyclables in addition to commercial and residential waste removal. The Conrath family and our entire team of great employees takes pride in keeping our community clean, from the north end of the 7 Mile Bridge to Craig Key. Now it's my generation of Conraths working together with my grandfather and my dad to continue the tradition and commitment started in 1950 at Marathon Garbage Service. The Conrath family is always there for your family. If you need to talk trash, just call us at 305-743-5165. That's 305-743-5165. Or visit us at 4290 Overseas Highway in Marathon and online at marathongarbageservice.com.
Step back in time. Step back into Old Town. Step into Old Town Bakery with fresh baked treats like pastries, cookies, brownies, and fresh breads made every morning. Enjoy hot and cold delicious ground coffee always brewing and handcrafted breakfast and lunch sandwiches made to order on oven fresh breads. And now Old Town Bakery features spinach mushroom feta quiche and ham and cheese quiche, delectable for breakfast or lunch by the slice. Get a whole quiche pie by ordering in-store with 24 hours advance notice. And enjoy new cream-filled croissants with chocolate or vanilla filling and award-winning fresh baked pies, including their key lime pie, voted the best in the Keys. Pick up their unique Old Town Bakery t-shirts for a friend or yourself and give the gift of deliciousness with a gift card available for purchase in-store. And their catering menu is available to make that next event memorable. Old Town Bakery on the corner of Eaton and Grinnell. Stop in or order online. OldTownBakeryKeyWest.com.
Your home is your castle, your sanctuary. Rack Advanced Control brings together the electrical and smart technology that make your home comfortable, secure, and effortless to live in. Imagine music flowing seamlessly through every room, beautiful lighting that adjusts to your lifestyle, motorized shades, climate control, and energy management all working together automatically. From integrated audio and video systems to discrete security cameras and professional electrical services, Rack Advanced Control designs and installs technology that works in perfect harmony. Originally founded in California, Rack Advanced Control has over 20 years of experience serving the luxury residential market and was honored as a 2024 Lutron Excellence Award Integrator. Now with an office in Key West, Florida, Rack brings world-class smart home design and electrical expertise to the Florida Keys. Make your home smarter, safer, and more enjoyable to live in. Call 786-647-9647 or visit rackav.com. Rack Advanced Control. Intelligent luxury, expertly installed.
Good morning, dear. Breakfast almost ready?
In a minute. So did you happen to call someone about spalling repair for the house?
You know what? I knew I forgot something yesterday.
Honey, you know how important spalling repair is, especially here in the Keys. If that spalling damage gets any worse...
Don't worry. I'll call Design Center in Marathon.
When?
Today.
How about now?
Okay, dear. Now.
Design Center, the most efficient spalling contractor in the Keys, providing the fastest results. With over 40 years combined experience in spalling repair and a member of the International Concrete Repair Institute, Design Center can handle the largest jobs to small structures. They also handle quite a number of condominium and county projects. Mention this ad or the program you're listening to and receive 10% off your spalling repair. Visit DesignCenterFL.com or call 305-735-4042. Design Center, 6677 Overseas Highway Marathon. License number CGC 1523838. Remember, mention this ad or the program you're listening to and receive 10% off your spalling repair from Design Center.
This is Ollie North for 4-Star Rentals. 4-Star Rentals is the most complete rental store in the Keys. They can provide rental equipment for every do-it-yourself project from your house to your yard. Bobcats, chippers, chainsaws, and tile saws, you name it, they have it. They also deliver throughout the Keys. That's 4-Star Rentals. Model marker 4.5 on Stock Island. These guys are really good. That's 4-Star Rentals. Go see them soon.
Check us out. What Colonel Ollie North says is absolutely true. We're locally owned and operated. We offer a fleet of delivery trucks for fast all-in-one delivery. 4-Star Rentals is the oldest tool rental and party store in the Florida Keys. We make it easy to get that job done for that party or very special event. We're located at mile marker 4.5 in Key West, or just call us and we'll come to you. 4-Star Rentals, 294-7171. That's 294-7171. Remember, Colonel Ollie North never lies.
Historic Pepe's Cafe in Key West, founded in 1909, still does things the old way. Diachronic, if you will. How about fresh squeezed juices? Think how good that margarita or Greyhound will taste. Blue Point oysters shucked to order because oysters work better that way. Fresh breads and outstanding specials in an eatery that opened the same year Ole Evinrude invented the first outboard motor. And get a jump on someone's birthday and check out our retail offerings for some great gift ideas. Pepe's Cafe, Old Town Key West, of course.
This is Good Morning Keys on Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5.
Good morning, Keys. It is Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, the talk of the Keys, and a busy Friday, the 26th of June. We're at 86 degrees already, on our way to 91 with a chance of a shower here or there, occasionally, 20% chance of that for today. Tonight's low 84 with a slight chance of a shower. Excuse me. And then for tomorrow, Friday, 20% chance of a shower and 82 for your high. Saturday, 92. Wait, no, 92. Okay. It's going to stay 90, low 90s for the foreseeable future, 80s at night. There we go. Boy, well, a little bit confusing, but not so much. It is time to say good morning to Liz Young, Florida Keys Council of the Arts. Liz, I don't even know what day it is. How about you?
It is hard to keep up with what day it is. I agree. Every day the weather is the same. It's 90 and hot. Yeah. There hasn't been any rain. They keep saying slight chance of showers. I'm like, come on. It's not. It has not rained. Stop saying that.
They're just hedging their bets. That's about it. Yeah.
That's right. I could be the weather lady. You know, it's like... every day it's hot and humid, and it may rain.
We'll just play it on a continuous loop. Well, there you go. Yeah, you are absolutely right about that. However, we do need to know what day it is. You and I were talking. I was almost feeling like it's July 4th weekend. It is not that. And thankfully, it is not, because you have some deadlines for Arts Council grant opportunities that are coming up on the 30th of June. So we cannot let those pass us by. Let's talk about that.
And I'm going to say it's a 5 o'clock deadline, and the grant program shuts itself down. For many years, we did a midnight thing, and it just confused people, and it was not healthy for any of us. So we made it 5 o'clock.
I would agree with that.
So that nobody was like, I thought it was midnight on the, whenever the day was. So I was like, no, we're moving it to 5 o'clock.
Okay.
We've got 3 grant programs that we will be funding for artists that live and work in Monroe County. This is for people who are here. That's what the Arts Council does, support our artists here. Artists meaning performing artists, literary artists, visual artists, and all of the arts organizations in Monroe County. Our big signature grant is Art Builds Community. You can apply for a project, $5,000, $7,500, or $10,000, and it requires a partner.
Okay.
So you can't just do it that day of. You have to plan ahead. So please look at it. It's not a complicated application, but it does require, your nonprofit letter. It requires a letter from your partner. If you're an artist, you need to have an artist statement and a resume. So there is some things that you're going to have to upload, but overall, it's not complicated. And we will be having our grant panels July 23rd, and then those recommendations will be approved at our August 7th board retreat. So I've had a couple people call the office and ask, is this for a summer project? It's really for a project that you can get started after August 7th. It's not for July. So it's really for next season. And then we also have our special project grant, which is a maximum ask of $2,000. It's for somebody or an arts organization that's got a project that they'd like to start, and they need a little assistance, a little funding assistance. And the project has to have a beginning, middle, and end. So it's not to pay the phone bill or to pay rent, but it's very project based, where you can evaluate what your outcome is. And that's also for artists or arts organizations. And then the third one, which we've been doing for over 25 years, is Artists in Schools, where artists collaborate with a classroom teacher, and we do expand it to like an after school program, like Boys and Girls Club, or a program at the library or something like that, but just where students are involved, where art becomes the facilitator for learning, so that you get, it enhances the curriculum.
Okay.
So we've got lots of good examples for that. And this would be for a fall semester project, because you'll know right in early August. And then November 30th is we do have another round of special project and Artists in Schools, because those are the smaller projects. But the Art Builds Community is once a year. The $10,000, the $10,000 one.
Okay.
And you just go to keysarts.com, scroll down, and right there in the middle is our grant application links.
Okay.
And I'm happy to assist. Anybody can email me at director@keysarts.com with any, last minute questions, because I don't score. I just help do the admin part of it. So,
okay.
If anybody has a question, they can actually email me or call the office.
All right. Liz Young with us. She is the executive director, Florida Keys Council of the Arts. You can find out more, keysarts.com, talking about the Arts Council grant opportunities available with links right there on the website. And again, we've got such a busy time around town. We were just speaking with David Sloan about the Key Lime Festival and all that's happening next week regarding that. And we've got Hemingway Days coming up, of course, 4th of July, the 250th anniversary of the United States. That big celebration happening this Saturday in the city of Key West. There's a lot of opportunities, a lot of festivals, and of course, we continue with the galleries and the museums, and there's plenty to do.
There is still plenty to do, and I've seen a lot of people. I was at the Southernmost Point last night with the mayor. We received a T-Mobile hometown grant, and we decided to have a couple photo ops over at the Southernmost Point. And at 7 o'clock, I could not believe how many people are still standing in line to get their picture taken at the buoy. But there's a lot of people in town, and there is respite from the heat. The Mel Fisher Museum, the Custom House, so many great places to visit with AC, right?
Yes.
Truman Little White House, if you've never been there, great place to visit with your family or kids or friends from out of town. I always love the Mel Fisher story of, treasure hunters, but they've also got great information on our maritime history of the slave ships. Custom House has a phenomenal exhibit up around food and culture and food on the first floor. Always beautifully done by Corey. All the galleries are open. Please visit our galleries because it is, I'll say, slow season. And, it's a great place to pick up a hostess gift for dinner or a great birthday or anniversary gift. All of our galleries have such beautiful local work that is just, a great memento to take home. Our dear friend Emily Shipman is opening her shop Bella Lane tomorrow. I believe it's noon to 5 at the corner of Symington and Fleming. Please visit her beautiful new shop in the old antique store, that beautiful brick building on the corner across the street from Cafe Marquesa. The Mango Madness show is up at the studios of Key West. I know the bookstore has been really busy because people do their summer reading. So you can go to the bookstore, you can see Mango Madness. There's a couple great things happening. I believe this weekend at Key West Theater is an all-age magician something. I think it's Sunday.
Okay.
Don't quote me, because tomorrow is the big 250 with the parade and, go to Truman Waterfront Park. Dorian, the mayor's and commissioner's assistant at the city, I know has been a big organizer of that. He calls it once in a lifetime 250th
He's right.
celebration. And then, of course, like you mentioned, the Key Lime Festival, which has just grown by leaps and bounds. Something for everybody.
Yeah.
The pie drop from the lighthouse. They've got the cocktail bar Key Lime thing. Cake, pie eating, like the hot dog thing at Coney Island. I mean, it just goes on and on and on, doesn't it?
It does. It's amazing. Yeah. We've got the Keys. Nadine is doing a great job with that. David Sloan, the co-founder of the Key Lime Festival, continues to be very involved and instrumental in it. And there's so much with that happening as well. The Mango Festival is in town as well. June 23rd.
Oh, yes, that's going to be at Bayview, right?
Yep, right.
Bayview.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah. So
that'll be terrific.
There's lots of stuff going on with fruit the next couple of weeks, it sounds like.
Well, we do live on a tropical island. What would we be if we didn't have, fruit trees and festivals about it all?
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, this town, we love a parade. We love anything we can celebrate.
That is true.
And I think there'll be lots of music tomorrow too, I'm guessing.
Yes, there is.
So thank you to all of our hardworking musicians who, always are out there entertaining us. And the Fringe Theater is going to do. They're doing Great Summer at the Fringe. Oh my God. And I must mention, I'm just looking at my calendar. Sunday, the South Florida Symphony will be here. We have a 4:00 chamber concert, Champagne Summer Sizzle Symphony at Tennessee Williams Theater. So get your tickets for that. Great air conditioning out there.
Yeah.
I will be there at 4:00 on Sunday. So music, galleries, museums, festivities. We've got it all, don't we?
We sure do. Well, that salute to America, the America's 250th anniversary celebration. Jill and Sean from Daily Planner are involved with that, as well as Dorian, of course, steering the ship. But B-Man and Michelle, Christian McNamara, Emily Weekly, Rye Rivers, the Dirtbags as well. They're all involved, and a big ceremony and parade and everything else. That's at Truman Waterfront Park, starting at 5. Parade is at 6. So you mentioned the music. That's the lineup apparently as well. So it's going to be quite a festivity-filled day. And again, the next few weeks, boy, it doesn't really slow down, as we just said. Liz Young, she is the Executive Director, Florida Keys Council of the Arts. On Good Morning Keys, do go to keysarts.com because you have until the 30th to find some time amongst all of these other activities to fill out those Arts Council grant opportunities. And as Lynn said, reach out if you do need some help. Generally speaking, it's like getting a plane ticket online, but some are maybe just a little more involved. And if that's the case, look up Liz.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
That was a great summary. Love it. And I'll see you tomorrow at the park. I think it's going to be terrific fun.
It is. Well,
All
thank
right.
you.
And looks like we'll have good hot weather.
We will. Just a slight chance of rain here or there. You already gave us the forecast, and that's what we're counting
That's
on.
right.
It's going to be a
There
good day.
we go.
All right, Liz.
All right.
I think we've covered it all, unless there's anything else we need to mention currently.
No, I'm good. Thank you so much for having me. We'll talk soon.
Thank you very much. Likewise, we'll talk very soon. Take care.
Terrific. Bye.
Now, Liz Young, Executive Director, Florida Keys Council of the Arts, on Good Morning Keys. Well, again, boy, it is very, very busy, that's for sure. And we'll make note once again, Saturday at Truman Waterfront Park, City of Key West, hoping this hosting make that the celebration in honor of America's 250th birthday. As Liz and Dorian have said, a milestone that no one alive today will ever experience again. It runs from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Truman Waterfront Park features food concessions, full bar, local vendors, community organizations, children activities, games, and opportunities to gather with friends and neighbors before the evening's official program begins. At 6 p.m., a patriotic parade featuring military organizations, veterans groups, first responders, civic leaders, and community organizations will step off from the corner of United and Duval Streets. Procession will travel north on Duval, turn left on Southern, continue into Truman Waterfront Park. Now, spectators are encouraged to line Duval Street and Southern to cheer on the participants and gather at Truman Waterfront Park to witness one of the evening's signature moments as the parade marches into the park and transitions directly into the official ceremony. And then there will be a welcome from Mayor Denise Didi Enriquez. The program featuring Parade of Colors, National Anthem performed by Kristen McNamara, welcome remarks from Mayor Henriquez, special remarks from Rear Admiral Jeff Randall, Director of Joint Interagency Task Force South, Captain Colin Thompson, the Commanding Officer, Naval Air Station Key West, Commander, make that Jared Harlow, Deputy Commander, U.S. Coast Guard Sector Key West, and closing remarks delivered by Monroe County Mayor Michelle Lincoln before Clinton Curry concludes the ceremony with an honorary conch shell blowing. Boy, it's going to be then onto a full slate of musicians. By the way, B-Man and Michelle are Air Force veterans as well, so we thank them for that. They kick off the lineup of entertainment going on all evening long. So guests are encouraged to bring a lawn chair or blanket. Chair rentals also available on site. Celebration featuring food concessions, full bar, local vendor, kids zone with inflatables. As mentioned, the Truman Waterfront splash pad and playground. Shopping, complimentary water filling station, courtesy of Florida Keys Aqueduct Authority. Rolling coolers outside, alcoholic beverages not permitted. Sunset over Key West Harbor, 8:30 p.m. And it's a beautiful backdrop for this once-in-a-lifetime community celebration, all of which admission is free. So that full write-up compliment of the Keys Citizen, but lots of press releases, and the city has been talking about this for a number of weeks as they put this huge celebration together. So thank you to them and the county and Tourist Development Council all collaborating to make this possible. This is Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, the Talk of the Keys. We will return with more Good Morning Keys in a moment.
Are you frustrated by weight gain even though you constantly diet? Do you have low energy or always feel tired? It could be hormonal imbalance. Hormonal imbalances, especially as we age, can be the cause of depression, weight gain, mood swings, decreased libido, and many other chronic conditions. At Keys Med Spa, we have helped thousands of women and men regain their hormonal balance with BioT, bioidentical hormone optimization therapy, and the results are life-changing. Keys Med Spa BioT hormone therapy is safe, effective, painless, and affordable. And the big difference at Keys Med Spa, this is all overseen by renowned Dr. Peterson, who has had a medical practice in the Keys for over 27 years. Cool sculpting, Botox, skin treatments, BioT hormone therapy, and more. Dr. Peterson and his team are here to help you maintain your youthful glow and vitality. To see if BioT hormone therapy is right for you, call Keys Med Spa today at 305-587-9183.
The Greenhouse. Have you been there yet? We even spell it with 3 E's to help you smile when you say it. That's our goal. We carry the largest selection of hemp-derived THC and CBD products in Monroe County. If you've been taking medication for anxiety, depression, inflammation, lack of sleep, or muscle and joint pain, and it's just not working, or you don't like the side effects, we can help. If you're looking to chill, relax, escape, focus, or even break out into euphoric fits of laughter, we can help there too. No medical card is needed. You just have to be 21 or over. Our 3 locations are open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. In Key West, we're at 431 Front Street, just in front of Mallory Square. In Marathon, you can find us at mile marker 52 at 10875 Overseas Highway. In Key Largo, we're at 99304 Overseas Highway in the middle of the road. Swing on by, share your goals with us, and we'll recommend a product to help you reach them. And we back our recommendations with a 100% money-back guarantee. The Greenhouse. Stop on by and find out what the buzz is all about today.
Visit one of the 12 locations of the Greenhouse, including 9 in the Keys and featuring their newest store at 3128 North Roosevelt, Key West.
Hey, Key West, Danny Hughes here from Two Friends. Really from Two Friends. So Maura and I were sitting at breakfast in the bar, listening to live music at 8:30 a.m. on a Tuesday. She's about to enjoy some huevos rancheros and me shrimp and grits with fried oysters. Heart healthy. And Maura says, Dorothy, we're not in Kansas anymore. It was perfect because we didn't move here because Key West is like a lot of other places. We moved here because it isn't like any other place on earth. So meet your friends or make your friends at Two Friends, 512 Front Street in Old Town, Key West, or twofriends.com.
If it's happening in the Keys, you will hear about it here. This is Good Morning Keys on Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5.
And good morning, Keys. It is Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, the talk of the Keys. Yes, indeed. It is a warm 186 degrees now on our way to 91. Slight chance of a shower at 20% throughout the day. Tonight, 84 for your low, 20% chance of a shower. Tomorrow, same thing, 20% chance of a shower for Saturday. That is a 92 is what we're looking at so far. This is Keys Talk Night. Oh, look at that. It just popped up to 85 degrees as we say good morning to Hannah Edwards. She is with the Community Foundation of the Florida Keys. She's the Director of Philanthropy and Outreach. Good morning to you, Hannah. Good to see you.
Good morning, Michael. How are you this morning?
I am doing well, thank you. I hope you are the same.
Yep. Feeling that El Nino heat. We love the El Nino because it, keeps hurricanes at bay a bit, but it is hot.
It is hot, yes. The good with the bad, but that's okay. It's summertime, and just stay hydrated. Try to stay cool as much as possible, and everything will turn out okay. Well, speaking of hurricanes, though, and the fact that we hopefully will avoid another hurricane this season, the Community Foundation of the Florida Keys over the years has given millions of dollars in hurricane relief funds to help the community.
Yeah, that's one of the things we do. We have a disaster fund ready to go. So we have a plan in place and we're ready should the need arise. And during the past years, over the major ones, we've been there and we've put a lot of money quickly back out into the community. And that's our role. We're part of the Monroe County COAD, which is Community Organizations Active in Disaster. And our role within that group is to solicit donations from the community and get them to where they need to be quickly. So that is what we are prepared to do.
Yeah, over $3 million in disaster relief over the years. And it's been, wow, that's That's a lot of money, but probably what, in excess of about $40 million or so overall in grants. It might even be more than that at this point.
Yeah, it's just under 40, I think. We're right around that mark now. And, a lot of that has been in recent years. We've really grown a lot in recent years. Our annual grants program went from giving out or granting out to nonprofits about $150,000 in 2019 or 2020 to over $1 million this past year. So, and that's just the annual grants that we have for our local nonprofits.
Yep.
So we're definitely growing rapidly.
Anna Edwards is with us from the Community Foundation of the Florida Keys. You can find out more at cffk.org, connecting people, resources, and needs through philanthropy. And you work very quietly in the background, though. Let's put it that way. Some people may still be unfamiliar with what the Community Foundation of the Florida Keys actually does. If you could maybe just give us a summary at this point.
Right. Well, we connect donors to needs and the people that are working to solve the issues in the Keys. It's place-based philanthropy. So local donors are giving. Many have funds with us. Those funds grow before they're given out, and then they're granted out to local nonprofits. So it's local donors giving to local needs. And philanthropy is a big word. It's not an easy word to say. It's kind of mysterious to some people. Community foundations are a little mysterious to a lot of people. And really, philanthropy just means a love of humanity. So it's really just people who care and want to give back. And we have a ton of those people here in the Keys. You don't have to be wealthy to be a philanthropist. You really don't. You just have to be willing to give back to your community. And there's a lot of ways people can do that down here. So we know how active and giving this community is. And one way that you can give back to the Keys community, is through a legacy gift. You can actually leave a gift to the community in your will or your estate plan. And it's not as tricky as a lot of people think either. It can be really simple. It can just be naming the community foundation as a beneficiary on your IRA or your life insurance policy or 401k. It doesn't have to be mysterious, and it's a great way to give back. When you go through the community foundation, we can also help you make sure that your intent is followed. And every time you want to make a change, you can just come to us, and there's no charge for that. So you wouldn't have to pay to make a change as you would with your attorney. We will work with your attorney to make sure that they have access to the documents we create for you that have your intent written out. And it's really a very simple process. I know a lot of people get intimidated by not knowing what the process is, but it's really very simple, and we're happy to talk to you about it.
Well, yes, cffk.org. If you go to the tab at the upper right, you'll see donors, and then you can go to Legacy Society. In fact, there's just a button there that you click on, and you can return a form to get your journey started to become part of the Legacy Society, achieving personal philanthropic goals and leaving a lasting impact on the Keys community you love. And so many people talk about their love for the community, and what a way to show it by leaving a lasting legacy to help the community moving forward through the Community Foundation. In fact, it can be a gift with cash, real estate, percentage of your estate, or the remainder after distributions to other beneficiaries. There's a lot of different ways to go about giving through your legacy, as you mentioned.
Yeah. And, of course, people should be thinking first of their family and their heirs and who they may be leaving behind. So that is what we would want you to do, is to take care of the people you love first. And the legacy giving to the community would start after you've taken care of those people. So it just fits into what remains. You know, a lot of people do a percentage, 5%, 10%. Some people do a dollar amount, but it doesn't have to be a big chunk, you know, it can be whatever you're comfortable with. And it's a very flexible vehicle. You know, we draw up a fund agreement with you. And the wonderful thing too is that the way it works with us, it's not just a one-time gift to the community. It creates a fund, which is then a forever fund. So your fund will be invested, whatever you leave to us will be invested, and then we will make grants to the nonprofits of your choice or the focus area of your choice from that fund. You can also do it just a gift to the community foundation, and then we will use that money to give back to the community where the needs are biggest. You know, sometimes that's the best way to go because we don't know what the needs are going to be in the future.
Yeah.
And you can be very specific to, for example, if you leave money to an organization and that organization might not be there when the time comes. So you can say, if that organization's not there, give it to the next closest or give it to some organization in that focus area. For example, some people have left gifts to hospice, but we don't currently have a hospice. So we put it into the next closest area where we think that money will do what the donor intended. We're really here for the community. We're a nonprofit. We're here to help fulfill the donor's intent and to help the community where the needs are the biggest. So we don't have any other motives here. That's all we're trying to do.
Yep. And you can donate anonymously or not. There is a long list of donors that we are very grateful to for joining the Legacy Society. And you can do the same, as mentioned, either anonymously or not. And you'll help to connect people, resources, and needs through philanthropy with the Community Foundation of the Florida Keys. Again, you can go to cffk.org to learn more. Just shy of $40 million given since 1996, I believe it was, right back into our community to continue all of these wonderful works and keeping our community moving forward in such a positive fashion. It's Hannah Edwards with us, Community Foundation of the Florida Keys, on Good Morning Keys. And I think we've hit the highlights for this morning, but people may have further questions. So how they can reach out to you, would it be by phone or email and the like?
Yeah, phone or email. Our number here at the office is 305-292-1502. They can email myself or Elizabeth, our president and CEO, and our emails are very easy. Mine is Hannah, HANNAH, at cffk.org. And hers is Elizabeth at cffk.org. So it's pretty easy. And we're happy to just talk to you about it, talk you through it, answer any questions. It's very low pressure. And, many people that you probably know have gone through this process. We have lots of locals, and some of them don't want to be named. And, they want to give to various causes or organizations because, we have one legacy donor that just says, I don't want anybody to be hungry. Mm-hmm. And so my gift will just go to feeding people and especially feeding children. And, that's what her cause is. And I think that's a wonderful cause, and it can be anything. It can be animals, environment, education, arts, health and human services. We can help you with whatever your passions are.
That's fabulous. Well, again, Hannah Edwards with us, Community Foundation of the Florida Keys, cffk.org online. And by the way, we'll talk about it again in the future, but a lot of resources there on the website for nonprofit organizations as well. You certainly are instrumental in helping them navigate through the waters that they have to work through each and every day as well. We thank you for that. Well, Hannah, with that, unless there's anything else you'd like to mention, we'll let you get on with a busy Friday.
Yeah, you too. And I hope everybody has a wonderful summer. And right now we've got all sorts of summer camps going, which many we helped fund because summer camps are not always cheap. And, most families with kids need somewhere to put their kids for a while during the summer. So we're happy to help fund those amazing camps up and down the Keys.
Yet another piece of quiet work that the Community Foundation does behind the scenes for so many people here in the Keys, and we thank you for that. My best to everyone at the Community Foundation of the Florida Keys, and Hannah, you have a terrific weekend as well. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Okay, take care.
See you
Great
later.
to see you. Bye now. Hannah Edwards with us with the Community Foundation of the Florida Keys, Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, the talk of the Keys. And you can see our conversation with Hannah later today on Keys Living TV, digital channel 27 over the air, as well as on Roku streaming and at your favorite app store. Free download Keys Living TV. We will replay this program on the television stations and platforms today at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. This is Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, the talk of the Keys. Getting set for Glenn Beck coming your way and following all of the developments. Internationally, nationally, statewide, et cetera. We'll be doing that all day long because we have Glenn Beck at noon, or at up till noon, make that. And then Clay and Buck at noon. 3 o'clock, Sean Hannity. 5 o'clock, it is Drew Steele and Florida's Voice. 6 o'clock is Mark Levin. I almost put Jesse Kelly there, but Jesse Kelly's at 9 o'clock. And then Coast to Coast AM overnight. AUC with Dr. B, 9 a.m. tomorrow morning live. And today is the day where we have yet another special edition of Good Morning Keys at noon. We'll be live from Caroline Street at Blue Marlin Jewelry with a number of special guests joining us there at Blue Marlin Jewelry as they dedicate part of their broadcasts and marketing to help promote nonprofits, charitable organizations, leaders in our community, and the like. So we thank you and thank them for that. You're welcome to join us at Blue Marlin Jewelry on Caroline Street today, starting at noon. This is Keys Talk 96.9, 102.5, the talk of the Keys. Thank you for listening.